I've got a small team. We've got two girls. Well, I've now got three now, but basically I had two people on social media full time for us for all the shows we do. But this is all the shows, not just on one project. And it just takes hours for them, And then it's back and forth. It's not one answer. And the conversation finishes where the bot jumps in and it constantly is there for somebody at all hours. Yeah, it's imperative now from our shows. And that was the learning curve. It's imperative for our bigger shows that we need them bots on board.
Hey Daz, can you introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your business?
My name's Flatman. Apart from being a DJ, I'm the operations manager for ATA Events. And the business itself, ATA Events, apart from having one of the biggest DJ agencies in the UK, we also run an events business, and we run approximately 12 festivals up and down the UK every year, multiple club shows, and on top of that, we do a tour in Malta with one of the brands that we own.
Could you tell us a little bit about sort of how you found Codarity in the first instance and why you were kind of in the market initially?
Yeah, so obviously, even the events business that we have, I came in as operations manager just under a year ago now, and there was a lot of changes needed within the business, within the team. And we were in a position where we've got some of the biggest dance brands under our belt, and we needed to expand on our social media. What I had in-house wasn't good enough, and I needed somebody a lot better and with a lot more knowledge. And just through word of mouth, through looking at reviews, obviously Codarity came across our books, and after speaking with Dan, yourself and Lisa, it was a no-brainer after having that conversation, and I think it was the conversation that made it. So that's kind of why we chose you guys.
And so what changes would you say you've sort of seen within the business sort of since working with us or working together?
It's our knowledge base. When I came in, we had a guy on social media, but it was the knowledge base of the AI bots and what they're capable of doing, and Google ads. And we didn't really have that knowledge base. Over the past sort of 8 to 10 months, obviously it's been a learning curve for me and the rest of the team, but with the knowledge in the base that you've given us has helped us tenfold over that last 10 months.
What would you say your favorite kind of collaboration or favorite part of working together was? Was there any particular part of a project you enjoyed the most?
With ourselves and you guys, we've done, obviously we started off with the Google ads, then we went on to running some AI bots to try them on the websites for Malta and stuff, which worked immensely well. And then for you to sort of pull us out of it a little bit with one of our shows up at Aberdeen doing the social media ads. I think the main one for me, the fun one, was the bots. The point that you create this funnel, we're questioning, and you try and trip it up, and we tried our best. I live in Newcastle, so we were trying to put slang words in and all sorts, and it works perfectly. Whatever you guys created and the way you did it worked very, very well. So we were super excited for that.
Do you feel like that kind of saved your team quite a bit of time on a weekly basis?
Absolutely. I've got a small team. We've got two girls. Well, I've now got three now, but basically I had two people on social media full time for us for all the shows we do. But this is all the shows, not just on one project. So the point that they have to get up in the morning, 9 o'clock, sign into work, and then they're going through hundreds of questions across all shows. And some of them are not so much, but when it came to the bigger brands, Wrong, Trance in the Wood stuff that we do, there's a lot of questions there, and it just takes hours for them, And then it's back and forth. It's not one answer, and the conversation finishes where the bot jumps in and it constantly is there for somebody at all hours. Yeah, it's imperative now from our shows, and that was the learning curve. It's imperative for our bigger shows that we need them bots on board.
I suppose kind of leading on to that, so was there any kind of systems or processes that we put in place that you feel made the biggest difference for your team and customers? I suppose probably the bot and things like that would be.
Yeah, I mean, the Aberdeen show you picked up on social media ads halfway through a project, kept that running great. Your knowledge of running ads on socials was fantastic. I mean, everybody was seeing them ads. The show became the show as it was. Obviously, you came in halfway, so you sort of picked up the pieces for us, which we appreciated. But the bots themselves, just hours saved on staffing is incredible. When you've got, and we're just looking at it from an events point on one show per year. Well, obviously it was the Malta show that we do. If we got multiple shows doing that, I couldn't imagine how many hours I would save across the staff, over a year. So they're an imperative part of our business now, without a doubt.
How would you say this affected your kind of ability for your business to kind of attract like more attendees and kind of grow your revenue or kind of affect the bottom line in a positive way, as it were?
We were really stretched with the amount of shows we were doing, with a brand new team I put together. So having you guys for that amount of time that he was with us, coming up to 10 months or a year, it was like having that big brother at the side of us, and we could lean on you, and you guys were really happy to just share your knowledge. And it was never a question of extra monies or extra, oh, we'll have to add this onto any quote or anything. You were there to help us out as much as we was there to try and make life easy for you guys. But it's changed everything we've done, and it gave us time to breathe and learn in the same process, which is a great thing.
You mentioned kind of getting more time back and kind of collaborative approaches and stuff. Anything on the kind of personal side, you feel?
Personally wise, for me, coming in as an operations manager to a multi-million-pound business with the pressure of building a new team and taking everything on, having you guys in for the time that we did allowed me to breathe in my role and get my head on top of what I was taking on. It was a big role to take, and a lot of changes have gone on within our business from everything, just from ticketing platforms to rebuilding from the first brick upwards. That's what we tried to do over the last 10 months for myself. So having an external company that's very easy to work with, that's got the answers when you need them, personally lets me sleep at night and lets me breathe a little bit, not having to worry about the next day, because then I've got time to do other things while you guys were doing what you were doing. So I thank you for doing that.
Yeah, anytime, man. You're more than welcome, mate. We enjoyed every minute of it, What would you tell any other kind of event businesses who are considering getting help with their operations systems and marketing, if they were looking for sort of similar services or help?
The point that anybody would sit and talk with you and Lisa on a call, as we did from the point off, and thinking, we've got to jump here. There's some money to be spent and we've got to do it right. We can't get this wrong. I would always pass you on to clients and colleagues that we've got, Dan. You did a great job for us, and that's the bottom line.
And so last question, Daz, is really, where can people, if they want to learn more about your business, where you are, your events and everything that you're doing out there, where can they go to find more information about?
Very simply for us, just Google ATA events, simple as. And then obviously on the DJ side of things, it's Active Talent Agency. Like I say, we hold the books for a lot of major artists now, but ATA events is the one I'm all involved with. So get on the website, have a look, and we'll see people on site hopefully.
Yeah, thanks a lot for doing this, mate. I really appreciate it.
Honestly, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't believe what I was saying. If I didn't, I wouldn't just do it for the sake of doing it, mate. You helped us out and helped me a lot, because it took the pressure off while we were changing what we were changing to get us where we are now, and even down to the point that we changed ticket platforms and just even MailChimp to Brevo for reasons to save money, because of just the way that platform. I have to research every single thing and just go, God, is this the right thing to do? And the other thing was, we're expanding, but it meant that once we'd got in with you guys at the time we had, that pressure was off me then. And even when you took over Aberdeen with us, I would speak to JP and that, and he was going, I'm seeing ads all over the place. I'm seeing it happening. So I knew he was doing a good job. I didn't need to be on the phone with you every 2 days or every week. I didn't need to do the check-in, because I already knew, and it gave me that time to do what I needed to do within our business. Do you know what I mean?